Welcome back to the Rod Shop channel here with us at Saxy Rod Shop. So we're going to touch base with you a little bit on some of the cars that we've got going on and bring up to speed on some of the projects and point out a few things that we've ran into on some of these cars periodically. Take this one here for example. This is a 67 Chevelle that we did a couple years ago for a customer. And it's a Restomod, I guess is what I would call it. It's a 67 Chevelle, was originally a 396 4-speed car. And we've put the 525 horse GM Connect and Cruise crate motor with the 5-speed manual in it. But periodically we've had some issues with some of these cars going into limp mode. And of course this is not the standard OEM production package out of a car. This is their aftermarket Connect and Cruise stuff. So what Daniel's actually doing, this car's gone into limp mode with the customer. We ran the codes. It's given us the code that it's something to do with throttle position sensors. And he's currently doing the voltage test at the pedal, but it looks like it is actually the pedal has gone bad on this one, or is attempting to go bad, because if we clear the codes, everything works. So he's going to verify that that's where the problem is, and if it is, we'll get a new pedal, get it on there. But this is just something that we ran into more than once, more than a couple times on these Connect and Cruise packages with the drive-by-wire. But this is a nice car that we did. It's got the nice rally wheels on it, the big ones, 18s and 20s, I believe they are. We did all the engine compartment here on it, filled in the panels. Got the Holley front accessory on it. It's a nice car. He's actually done the East Coast cruise on this, where he drove it from here in the Dallas area to the far East Coast, did the
Tail of the Dragon.
Yeah, the Tail of the Dragon. Did that drive on it with about 10 other people. Didn't have any issues. But now that he's decided to start driving it again, all of a sudden it's having some issues. So that's what's going on with this car. So currently on the little Dakota, we have an AC compressor on order. It hasn't shown up yet, but we're going to be putting on the new AC compressor. And of course now naturally the compressor has to come for the motor to bolt up to everything. And then we've used the vintage air AC condenser. We put the largest one we pretty much had room for. Kenny's got that mounted on here. And then we're going to take some of the OEM hard lines that come off of the compressor and cut and modify those to work with our vintage air hose kit that we're going to have. So that way we can route the hoses the way we want, but still have the correct fittings to go on the compressor. So that's where we are currently on the little pickup. So a little update here on the split window. So like I said earlier, we've actually inherited this project out of another shop. This car was started several years ago. So currently what we got Daniel doing is he's mocking up all of the interior pieces that we have that came with the car, so that we can verify what's here and what might be missing. But one of the things that had already been done, and we're going to reuse it, of course the colors will all be changed in material, but this overhead console mounted up in here like so, and when it's all said and done, it'll hold all this in place. But you'll see these two little square holes right here. These are actually LCD camera or monitors, and they tie into some cameras that we have back here in the back. One on each side. You can see here, there'll be a camera here and one over there in that hole. And these are actually going to be the rear view mirrors. The customer wants the outside of the car to have nice clean lines. We've gone to the labor to flush mount the glass. And so when these are all said and done, these will be on all the time, and that was actually going to be his rear view mirror. So that's kind of where we are on this car. And then we're also just double checking how the things were, seeing if we can make sure that we know how they were assembled. And it had a big subwoofer back here, but this customer's not big into the stereo stuff, so we're going to cut it down and just go with 2 small speakers with some mid-ranges and some tweeters, just enough to give him some sound. This interior cabin is so small, it won't take much. And then when we do the interior, we're going to insulate it so well anyway that it's not going to need a lot of stereo system. And one of the things that was also pre-done is they were bringing the AC vents through parts of the dash. This is just kind of sitting in here, and you can see here this part of the glove box has a slot in it with a piece of molding on it, and that was going to be for your AC. We're going to keep that same concept, but we're going to open it up and give it a little bit better visual, I guess you'd say, to where there's going to be a little more airflow on it. So that's kind of where we are on this car right now. So here on the 55, we're making a few little changes, nothing major. So when this car came to us, the guy, and this was one that we inherited, the shop built some of these pods to mount up under the dash to house the AC outlets. And there was 3 of them, one in the center, one towards the center, one over here, and one over there with single vents in it. So what we're actually going to do, put this over here, we gotta be careful with all this weather. We're gonna make us a drop down panel, Tommy is. It's gonna go up under the dash, around the emergency brake outlet and around the column from side to side, and it's going to house some different style of oval type outlets in it, and I think we're going to paint it to match the dash. But this will give us, once this is all said and done, this will bolt on. We will come in and radius the corners, probably weld a little 3/16 piece of solid stock across the bottom here to give it some rigidity and to give us a little cavity to bodywork to give it some character. But that'll end up going across the dash out of steel. We'll probably make this out of some 18 gauge steel, something similar to that, and it'll also finish off the bottom of the dash and give us something to hide there. So that's kind of where we are on that. He's currently working on pre-fitting all the metal pieces. Going to be getting his holes in the bottom of the dash. We will weld some nuts in this so that we can make it serviceable by one person. You don't have to have a bolt and a nut. The nut will be pre-welded to that. So that's kind of where we are at the moment on this car. We got some new stereo stuff coming for it. It should be in this next week. We'll be getting that finished up. And all this we're trying to get done in time to, well, we're not going to be taking these cars with us, but we're just trying to get some of this stuff caught up so that we can have a day off for some pleasure time tomorrow. Drew and I are going to be going to Granbury, Texas. This will be, what is it, the 13th, 14th, and 15th, I believe, 12th, 13th, and 14th, coming up this weekend. And it's actually the Lone Star Street Rod Association, their 51st annual state run. So if you're in the North Texas area and you got a hot rod, I believe they go back to start at 30 years and back. So, you know, if you have a hot rod or a street rod, street machine or something like that, and you're in the North Texas area, it's a nice 3-day event. It's there at the park across from the convention center in Granbury, Texas. And come see us. We'll appreciate it. you in action mode. So, as we said earlier, we were going to be coming over here to Granbury to the Lone Star Street Rod Association State Run. This is the 51st annual, and we made it. We're here at the very nice park, city park. It's I think the name of it's called Hewitt Park, and surrounded by the lake and some ponds. And we're going to walk around and look at some of the cars a little bit later. It's Friday afternoon. It's pretty laid back. We got our stuff set up, our tent, t-shirts. We finally got some hats in, so we'll show you some of those in the video. And if you want to place an order for some of those hats and the shirts, just let us know either in the comment section, or you can go online and do it on our website. So, as we said earlier, we coming to the Lone Star Street Rod Association's 51st annual state run. Excellent weekend. beautiful venue, plenty of shade trees. They had a good turnout, had 170 plus cars, I believe it was. We sold some t-shirts, met some new customers, met a lot of old customers. We got our new hats in. We have some baseball cap style hats. We have some trucker style, different colors. Got the hats there. A few ladies tank tops and V-neck type shirts. Then we also have our new 34 Ford t-shirt here that we have on display. Sold several of those. Walked around, got a lot of pictures of cars and stuff like that. They're just now starting the awards, so we're going to go down there and hopefully maybe see about a door prize maybe before we get out of here or something, and did that. But great weekend, great drive in. We may run into a little bit of rain on the way home. We're not for sure about that, but appreciate you joining us for this weekend and following along our channel and supporting us. And if you haven't, please subscribe to the Saxy Rod Shop, the Rod Shop channel with Saxy Rod Shop, and hit that like and subscribe button so you get our notifications. And again, thanks for your support and following along with us. Appreciate it.